What is going on, guys? This is Yix here of Magnet Crypto, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be about the unemployment rate. Some new data has come out, and also on a revisit video that I made at the beginning of last month, talking about this and some possible cycles that are in play. And also I want to link that back to something else I mentioned in that video when I spoke about how this could affect cryptocurrencies going forward. So I'm going to play you a little clip from that video, and then we'll start to look at the data that's just come out.
So could we be entering into another cycle of kind of increased unemployment? Basically, on average, bad times could be coming. Maybe we've exhausted all the kind of, we were in a period of just free money. Money was flowing everywhere, and you could get a loan out whenever you wanted for very low rates. The interest rate level has been very low for a long time. So it could be the case that that's coming to an end, and now it's time to kind of go through some tough times.
So, I mean, as I said in the video, and looking at the chart of unemployment, there seemed to be a cycle going on. And, this cycle basically involves the unemployment obviously increasing and decreasing over time, but the lowest point of unemployment seems to be going up more and more. As you can see here, the lowest low seems to be going up more and more during the cycle and then going down over time. And this cycle seemed to be at the lowest end of this. And so I believe that, we're going to be going through some overall average increase in unemployment over time. That's basically what I said in the video. And now this is kind of funny because this guess that I made around 12 to 13% unemployment, was somewhat of a lucky guess. I basically looked at obviously the previous levels of unemployment, and obviously we're in a lockdown, so naturally it's going to be mass unemployment. But new data has come out for the month of April, and the level of unemployment has literally reached just short of 15%, which is nuts, but very believable due to the lockdown. A lot of companies don't need so much staff, and they're losing a lot of revenue, so they have to make cuts. So this is naturally going to happen, but it's still crazy to see that this is the highest level of unemployment, since before the 1950s, and probably since the Great Depression. So the data's just come out, and to be honest, I think this is not going to be the lowest point. There's going to be much more than that. I actually saw an article from Goldman Sachs who predicted that, it could peak at 25%. I can definitely see that happening, as there's still more tough times to come. This lockdown still isn't over. The virus, level could still be going up and up. The virus level potentially has not peaked just yet. And if that's the case, then the lockdown will be going on for a bit longer. And so there's going to be more layoffs going on. So that's why I think this is very realistic. It's unfortunate, but very realistic, and potentially there could be more than 25%. But we'll have to see how that works out. Hopefully it's not the case. But the key part as well that I want to mention is that, although we could peak at 25% and then drop, I think that the cycle will start again in terms of there being a higher level of unemployment as time goes on. So it could drop, and that lowest point could be increasing from here. So the lowest points will be higher and higher as time goes on. And this goes in line with it being the beginning of a recession, or what I think could be the beginning of a depression, because the difference between the two is during a recession, the fiscal policy makers, the governments have the ability to drop the interest rates to stimulate the economy again, or to print money to stimulate the economy again into more productivity and such. However, this time around, the difference between the depression and the recession is that they no longer have the tools to really stimulate the economy. They're out of tools, and that's the difference. So they can't really stimulate it, and therefore the economy will go into a phase of deleveraging, as in all the debt that was accumulated will have to start being restructured and written off in one way or another. So during these periods, obviously there's going to be massive periods of unemployment. And so it makes sense that there will be an increase in the lowest rate of unemployment as time goes on. And it could be for a period of up to 10 years. These periods of depressions are often called the lost decades because it's just a long period of low economic activity. And I think that, again, kind of going back to today, even when the lockdown ends, I think there will be a period of increased employment because obviously people will start to come out to the streets and start to consume, and companies will need to hire more staff to deal with this increase in demand. So there'll probably be, periods of increased unemployment. But overall, I think many businesses will fail because one, there's overall going to be decreased demand. People are not going to run out to the shop straight away. But also, if there's still social distancing rules or laws in play, then it literally limits how much revenue companies can earn because there's going to be a lot less customers to serve. So linking this recessionary period with how it'll affect cryptocurrencies, I also mentioned that in the video, and let me just play a short clip from that again. I think it was just about here. So as I said, linking this to cryptocurrencies and how it will affect cryptocurrencies, what I said was that those cryptocurrencies that provide cost-saving benefits and provide the best value for money, as in the best bang for your buck, will probably get adopted. Because obviously during times of recession, depressions, or downturns, companies really need to become as efficient as possible to survive. So if they find technologies that will give them that opportunity to become super effective and efficient, then that's what will get adopted. So if those cryptocurrencies can do that, then those are the ones that will get adopted.
On the other hand, it could be that utility could shine through now. So those coins that actually have a lot of utility could actually have the opportunity to shine. Utility meaning there could be huge cost-saving elements to these coins. Now, the one that comes to mind most notably is Ripple's XRP. Now, Ripple's suite of software, the on-demand liquidity, has been proven to save certain companies about 40 to 70% in their cross-border payments.
So I highlighted Ripple and their suite of software in the previous video, and it's, in my eyes, a no-brainer because as I said in video, and as they've proven, 40 to 70% cost savings is huge in these times. And on top of that, the extra value that they provide it's almost instant, and it's available 24/7. So if you compare that with traditional cross-border payment methods, most notably Swift, then it's an absolute no-brainer to switch to Ripple's suite of software. In that it's super efficient, much quicker, and less costly. So now I found an article that came out recently. United Arab Emirates-based retail and business bank RAK Bank is expanding its remittance routes using Ripple's blockchain technology. This came out 2 days ago, on May 12th. And, I highlighted this bit in the article. What they've quoted, this new instant remittance solution to Bangladesh will be free during these difficult times, and customers can send money to their families back home quickly. And they mentioned the service will be free for users until June 30th. They also mentioned that this solution empowers the Bangladeshi expats to instantly and securely send money back home to Bangladesh in just a few simple clicks. Obviously it's instant, so it's super efficient. And it just makes perfect sense to adopt Ripple's technology in these times because it's so efficient. I think potentially they could be just trialing this to see, how it works, because they did say it's going to be free. It's new technology, so they just want to see how people respond to it. That's my guess. And going forward, they're going to be using it a lot more, as I said, because it is very efficient. We'll have to see how that goes going forward. I do think more companies will be adopting Ripple's tech. So to end this video, I do think there's going to be a couple of cryptocurrencies that will get adopted. My money is on Ripple, but I'm sure there's going to be other cryptocurrencies that do offer cost-efficient solutions going forward. So yeah, I want to end on that note. I hope you got some value from this video and see you next time. Peace.